bikers and comedy. I ain't really heard a chopper or a motorcycle or a biker out here yet, but fucking goddamn, we got comedy coming one way or another, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah! And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a celebration of life tonight. And also a bit of watch out now, watch out. No, okay, no, you don't gotta take cover. The only killing we're gonna be doing tonight, we're gonna be killing and slinging, and we're gonna be shooting, jokes into your goddamn mind, bringing you cognitive delight. Mass elation.
I thought I had to get my gun out.
Oh! I ain't no one. I'm glad you're having a good. Hey, we all having a good time so far tonight? Yeah! Well, I'm glad, because again, like I said, this is a celebration of life and also a benefit show. So, ladies and gentlemen, this crossbow I'm holding in my hand, it can rightfully be yours. All you gotta do is drop $5 for a raffle ticket. And who knows, you could be shooting the vampire next door, the pedophile down the street. I don't know where they gotta go. If it's some human trash, you know, that's what we gotta do. It's called sweeping up, late-term abortion. That's just my dark morbid thoughts. But no. If you don't have dark morbid thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have dark morbid thoughts, brought to you by the Rio, I got a nice half-ounce of weed for you.
Whoa.
Oh, do you want to see the devil? Or do you want to see Jesus Christ or maybe Muhammad? I don't know what you want. Maybe you just want to see some stripper with some big-ass titties. Or I don't know. I want to see it all, baby. That's what I want. I want to see the devil bringing the stripper with the titties, because I stole the devil's soul, and he come creeping one in the back of me now. That's just the way it goes, you know, but what? So smoke, this ain't the devil's lettuce. This is the cabbage of heaven, and it'll bring you great elation. Awesome. Yeah! That's right, honey. You got it right there. You've been floating on that holy smoke like we like to call it clouds of delight. And so that's the thing again. Just a $5 raffle ticket for you. And you're allowed to get up to 3, so $15. Stack your odds. Go home, go shoot something, go smoke something. Fuck. Have a good night. Talking about a good night, I want to tell you a story, because I told this to Danny D. And Danny, she told me, she's like, well, we'll get to it, and you'll hear the reason. She was like, Chris, I don't know what kind of nasty fucking girls you're hanging out with, but I'm too old to be hearing this story. And there might be some ladies in here and some people that might feel that you're too old for this story, but hey, you're already on the ride, so we're gonna go. See, I met this girl a while back, and I brought her to a comedy show, and I was doing some magic that night that went kind of awry, and I told a story also about pointing a gun and shooting some shit, a bunch of craziness. But when I was doing my magic, I set my hand on fire. And I did not realize I set my hand on fire and went about my set like I'm doing now. And all of a sudden I could just hear people in the audience going, I couldn't hear what was being said, so I was like, what? And it was like, fire! And I was like, all of a sudden I was like, my hand's warm. And I looked at it, I was like, oh shit. Anyway, that woman left me that night for another man. And that was the second time I watched a woman leave me with another man at that club. And now I realize how Jack Sparrow felt when he watched Barbosa sail away with the Black Pearl for the second time on that goddamn island. Yeah, but anyway, when she came back, just like the pearl, you know, I got her little black pearl, but she's a weird little pearl, you know? This is a chick that would like want to fuck you, but in her own weird way. For example, I brought her home, and she wouldn't make out with me or do anything like that, but she'd give me like weird little touches and love kind of things. And then a bad hard time, we went to bed with one another. You know, when I woke up, she started filling up on my dick, and I was getting a nice hard bone for her. And she was wagging like the dog, so she was gonna get the bone. And she started like kissing on my nuts, and she licked my dick and kissed it, but then she proceeded to just jerk me off. And she did it in a good way too. Like it made me think, like I was wondering if like she was like an ex-massage therapist. Cause like she jerked me off better than I could jerk off. And I'm like, and most bitches don't know how to do that. You ever have a bitch like try and like fuck with your dick? And it's like, they're just like wagging, so I was like, no, stop. Like her, I was laying down like having convulsions like the Exorcist. I was like, And I was just wondering, like, my fucking poor roommates were probably scratching his head and all that. But anyway, so I blasted, and I came all over her fucking hand. And this is the part that Danny didn't like, because, you know, most girls I've known, like, if I come on them or some shit, they normally, like, lick it off or whatever. Like, do most of you chicks do that? I'm not going to judge anything that's, like, sexy.
No, we swallow.
Yeah, exactly. You lick the cum, you swallow, you do. She, like, just, like, enjoyed it on her hand. She's like, what do I do with this? And I, like, and because I don't have love, like, I, like, in my, like, fucking, you know, spent libido, just sat there, like, the closest thing to love I could have was holding her hand with all that nasty cum on it. And it's like, I don't even like feeling my own cum, but, like, with her, it's like, this is the closest thing I can get to love right now, you know? And it's, but again, like, the thing is, like, and whenever she was jerking me off, it looked like a fucking shark's eyes. There was nothing holy in that. It looked it looked like just business to me. Like, that's all I saw when there was, like, fucking hollow death eyes. I was like, fuck, dude. But again, I've never had that. She didn't make out, she didn't do nothing. She just, like, jerked me off and was like, well, I'm ready to go home. You don't want me to eat your pussy? You don't want to come either? You know what? I've had like, a couple weird bitches in my life, and I'm getting ready to finish up here and bring someone else nice, but you gotta know these things. It's all real. There's this one. No, there's another chick she kind of reminded me of because she like sucking my dick and like being like finger banged, but she wanted to keep her virginity. But again, you know, I'm a gentleman. I wanted her to come. I wanted her to have elation and like, you know, scream out God like she was in church. True Reznor knew what he was talking about, getting closer to God. Yeah, you gotta eat pussy, you gotta give it a cum. But she didn't want that. You know what she said to me? She's like, Chris, I can't have anyone like eating my pussy because all I can think of is like a squid down there. Yeah, what kind of mental fucking like thought is that? Like, what kind of mental thought is that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, but again, I've run into some weird bitches. I'm happy that they're like enjoying the sexual thing with me. But again, I want you all to come too. I want you to have a good time. Women's rights. Benefit from the pleasure. Yeah. All right, again, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I've been saying to you. Are you ready to have a good time and meet some other comics tonight? I'm not sure I believe you now. I said, are you all ready to have a good time and see some other comics tonight? Well now. And give a big round of applause for your next comic coming up. He's a big man around the area, bring a lot of noise and good vibes, everyone. So, give it up now for your next comic, or your first one, I should say, of the night, Ozzy McNazz.